Hey guys, what's going on? Tom here from Gummy back with another statue tutorial. Today we are continuing the Adventure Time collection designed by TawnyCashew himself. So this is the Jake tutorial after the very successful Finn tutorial that went out yesterday. Again, that got a lot of positive feedback, which was nice to see. It also got a bit of negative feedback, so I must point out at this point that if you do not like Adventure Time, I must admit I'm not the biggest fan of it myself, not because I don't like it, but because I don't really watch the series, to be honest. Then please don't hate on it. I'm not forcing you to watch this video, and if you are spending your time watching it, even if you don't like Adventure Time, it's kind of your own problem, to be honest. I mean, you can't moan that you don't like Adventure Time, but you're watching an Adventure Time themed video. So that's my rant over. Hopefully you enjoy this tutorial. If you do like Adventure Time, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Again, shout out to TawnyCashew for building this and designing it, should I say. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. If this gets as good a feedback, I guess, as my other Adventure Time videos, then I'll consider doing a BMO statue, but that's about it, I guess. I'm not going to do many more in the Adventure Time collection purely because I don't personally enjoy the show, or not that I don't enjoy it, again, I just haven't watched it that much. So yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoy it, and I guess leave a like, comment below, and I'll see you in the tutorial. Okay, so let's get straight on into the tutorial. So what we are going to do first is read out the amount of blocks you'll need. So you don't actually need that many blocks. I mean, you do still need the same amount of blocks as always if you are building it in survival, but if you're in creative, you only actually need 6 blocks. So the blocks you'll need for this tutorial is yellow wool, a lot of it, orange wool, red wool, black wool, white wool, and jack-o'-lanterns. I mean, you can use pumpkins, but jack-o'-lanterns give it a much better finish. When I say much better, I mean like an extremely better finish, and it also means it glows in the dark. So as you can see, I've built an 8 long line of yellow wool, but we're not going to keep it like this. So what we're going to do is, if this is facing the front, let's signify the front by putting a diamond block there, and let's chuck that away. So facing towards the front, what we're going to do is on the first block at the end, we're going to place 1 jack-o'-lantern, leave a block, and then place it on the third block. So 1, 2, 3, third block. Skip 2 blocks, and on the third block from there, place another one, and then skip 1 block and place that. Now the reason why we want the faces of the jack-o'-lantern facing away from the front, of course, is because you're not going to see this side, and you don't want the faces of the jack-o'-lantern on your thing because it will ruin it and it will make it look crummy. So you want it so that the texture like that is on the front and the face is facing the back. So what we're going to do is on top of every jack-o'-lantern, we're going to place 1 orange block like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to build it up 10 using yellow wool. So on top of the orange, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like so. We're then going to go up diagonal, like that, and extend it out 4 using yellow wool. We're then going to extend it over to here, and extend this side up 10 till it meets, like so. So it should be looking like this right now, without the sheep preferably. I'm going to dispose of that soon. So this should be 12 high, and on the 13th block, we go across 4 like so, both sides. So on the left side and the right side, we go across 4. So it's 1 pumpkin, 1 orange, 10 yellow, and on the 11th layer of yellow, we place 4 yellow blocks. Okay, so in this gap here, we just fill a solid yellow, so nothing too complicated. And I will go over the dimensions once more, because I know that because it's so simple, this design, it will probably make it a bit more complicated to focus on dimensions, because the dimensions aren't really distinguished. Like on most skins, you can tell where their arms and legs and body meet and where the body ends and stuff like that. It's a bit more tricky on this one, should I say. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to underneath the arms, and we're going to place a layer of orange on both sides. Now this is not something we're going to keep, so don't use anything that takes a while to mine. Say if you're in survival, don't use obsidian, that's just dumb. But on the end, so on the end block, we're going to punch out 1 yellow and place a pumpkin, leave a gap and place a pumpkin. Again, faces towards the back of the statue, not to the front. Again, the front is marked with diamond block. And for the other side, the exact same. So you go to end, and then leave 1 and place 1 like that. We then remove this orange. The only reason we needed the orange wool was because pumpkins, you can't place them on an air block. There you go, so you can't do it. So we needed a platform to build them on. So it should be looking like this. As I said, it's essentially 2 layers taken up with the pumpkins, the orange and the yellow, 10 layers of yellow, then we go up diagonal and form the arm layer. So technically we can get rid of this, and so that's 12. This whole area here is 12 by 8, and then we go up diagonal each side and do that. So if you need to, pause here. I recommend you do if you haven't caught up already. But what we're going to do now is we're going to, again, on top of each pumpkin, place 1 orange. So that's 4 orange in this case, seeing as there's 4 pumpkins. And then what we're going to do is on top of this orange here, we're going to build up 10 blocks again. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're then going to extend it over, I believe, 15 until we get over to above the end of the other arm. Then we bring this one up 10, and it should link up like so, until we have an empty frame like this, and it should be looking like this so far. Now I normally do it in layers, but because this isn't very detailed, I'm doing it in like block filling, which may make it a bit more confusing to some people. Hopefully it will make it a bit easier for the majority of you guys, and then the rest we just fill in with solid yellow wool. So if you can figure out where the dimensions are, I mean, it is possible. By dimensions I mean like where the legs are and where the legs start and where the arms start and stuff like that. It's kind of easy to tell where the arms start, and the body, the top of the chest starts in line with the arms, and underneath is the legs. So technically this is the top of the legs, the bottom. So the legs are a 12 by 8, again the chest is a 12 by 8, and the arms are a 12 by 4. So if that's any help for you guys, just throwing numbers out there in the hope to assist any of you guys that are maybe a bit stuck, because I appreciate there will be some people, because it's a lot simpler design, which means I'm going to try and teach it in a more simpler way, because there's no need to make it complicated doing it layer by layer when we're just filling in block color. But then of course some people may prefer layer by layer, so again I want to give you guys maximum opportunity. So now what we can do is we can get rid of our block that signifies what the front is, because we've completed the front of the statue. That is the front of the statue complete. So if you need to, definitely pause here. This is a good opportunity as it's showing all the front of the statue. And what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the sides and then the back. So for the sides it is very, very simple. What we're going to do is we're going to come down to the pumpkin. We're on the right side first and extend it outwards to the back 3 and then up 11. Now we do a 3 by 11 area. So it should be a 3 by 12 including that bottom layer that we placed first, until we come in line, or should I say in line diagonally with the hands. Now what we're going to do for the hands is extend it out backwards 3 using yellow wool, like this, all the way across, until it comes in diagonal line with the back of the or with the back of the sides. We're going to do that on the other arm as well, or on the other hand should I say. Extend it back 3 using yellow across the hand, and then again on the other side we extend it back 3 from the pumpkin and up 11 until we meet the hands, or the bottom of the hand should I say, diagonally. So again the side of the leg would be 12 by 4, and then the bottom of the hand would be 4 by 4. Okay, so now what we're going to do for the side of the arm is very simple. Solid yellow until we come in line with the top of the front. So we should build it up, we should have to build it up 11 should I say, and it would be 12 by 4 in total, but of course we've already got the bottom layer, so you only build up 11. Just a little reminder, as I said, the dimensions will be 12 by 8 for the legs, or should I say 12 by 8 by 4, then the body is 12 by 8 by 4, and then the arms are 12 by 4 by 4. Just throwing them numbers out there. So of course if you need to pause, this is the left side of the arms and legs, and this is the right side of the arms and legs. Okay, so hopefully you are fully up to date, I guess. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come in line with the bottom of the hands, and we're going to join them up like so. Just build a line of yellow across like that. Well, then what we're going to do is where it lines in here, where this 2 parts intercross, so the bottom of the hands and the side of the legs intercross, where I've placed this diamond block, we're going to count across 2. So here, so 1, 2, and then the third block we're going to place a pumpkin facing towards the front of the statue. On top of that we're going to place another pumpkin facing towards the front, again towards the front. So standing from a perspective at the back of the statue you should not be able to see the face, but you should be able to see the face of the ones down below. Okay, Then what we're going to do is go to the side using orange wool. On top of that, we're going to place one pumpkin, or should I say jack-o'-lantern, again facing towards the front. And then next to that, to the right, we're going to place one orange. Now remove that diamond block, I only put that there to signify whereabouts we are. And then the rest we just fill in with yellow. So right from the bottom, just fill it in solid yellow. It should come in line with the sides and the top anyway, so I shouldn't have to really explain. You just fill it in what's missing. So in this case it's the legs, or the back of the legs, which is 12 by 8. And then the back of the body, 12 by 8. And then I think we've done the back of the arms actually, so that doesn't even count. And then what we do is we come up to the top and just do layers across like this. This kind of signifies the top of the statue, like so. And then this whole gap here, we just again fill in with solid yellow wool. And once I finish that, I will sleep. But I guess I'll give you guys an opportunity to catch up if you need to, because I know that me speeding through this, you guys need time to do it as well. And then once it's daytime, I'll give you one last view of the body, so that you can catch up if you need to. Hopefully you are good to go. And definitely leave some feedback as well if you want to. If the statues are simple like this, would you prefer me to do it in block, like filling it in block color to save you guys time and hopefully make it more simple for you? Or would you rather I do it layer by layer, even though it's the exact same thing, which would mean a longer video, but I guess a more detailed explanation of, I guess, dimensions and color, even though it's all the same. Mute my mic to sneeze there. So I'm going to quickly sleep. Let me put down a bed. Let me get rid of that diamond block. Should I have bed in my inventory? Look at me not preparing. Oh god, I'm so unprofessional. Okay, so I'm going to do a 360 no hand mode of the body, so you guys can catch up if you need to. Remember, the statue should be 24 blocks tall, and including the arms, it should be 16 wide, I think. 8 plus 4 by 8 plus 8, yeah, 16. Sorry, I just had a complete mind blank. So that is the front, the right side, the back, and then the left side. So the left and the right are the exact same, of course, and the back is pretty simple, so nothing to get confused about, hopefully. Okay, so now all we've got left to do is the head, which is very, very simple. The only part that's even remotely applied to it is the front. So what we're going to do is, I would say where this yellow is, but what we're going to do is we're going to count 5 in, on the fifth block, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and place a block on top, and we do the exact same on this side. Good way to know if you're right is it should line up with the side of the leg and not the side of the arm. So it should line up with the side of the leg. So in this case it's here. So there's a 4 gap from the edge on the right and a 4 gap edge on the left. We then bring it forwards 2 on each side like that until it overhangs the front, and we connect them using 6 yellow wool times 2. So 2 layers, 12 yellow wool. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to extend this backwards 5 using yellow wool. Now I don't normally do this, but again it is very easy to do. And again, same as the front, it should overhang the back 2, and you just link them across using yellow wool. So that is the base of the head, or should I say, yeah, that is essentially the base of the head. So what we're going to do, starting at the front, how to its front is you should be able to see, it should look like this. The back has that almost tail-like feature. What we're going to do is we're going to do 2 rows of 3 on each side, so it should leave a 2x2 gap in the middle, as you can see. Then what we're going to do is we're going to punch this block out here until it's a 3x2 gap. Then what we're going to do, on the first layer we place 2 red wool, so it should be a 3x3 of yellow wool each side. In between there should be 2 red wool, on top of that 2 white wool, and then on top of that we're going to go out diagonal and place 2 black wool. Now what we do is, next to this white wool on this yellow block here, we place 1 white, or 1 yellow should I say, and the same on the other side. We then go up 1 each side until it comes in line with the black, and then we do a bridge of 4 across the black like that, and that's the 3D effect that comes with the skin. Then what we do is we count 1 block in from the left, and place a 4x4 of white, and we do the exact same on the other side. So 1 in, there should be a 1 gap, and then next to this on the edge we place 2 black wool like that upwards, so it should look like this, and then on top of that 3 black wool across, like so. Now all we've got to do is place 2 rows of yellow on top of it and just link it up and fill it in. So build a 8 long line times 2 above it using yellow wool, and then in between the eyes fill it in using a 2x2 of yellow, and that is the front of the face. I explained that kind of poorly, I know, because the 3D effects I kind of did before I did the actual face, but hopefully just by looking at it from this perspective you should be able to tell. But remember, the only 3D part is this little like moustache kind of thing and the black. So yeah, hopefully you should be able to do it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back to the back of the base and extend it up 7, so it should come in line with the top of this, and then we're going to extend the front out backwards 6. We're then going to do that for the other side, so up 7, and then extend this out 6 until it meets up, and then join these 2 back parts together. Again, it should be 6 apart. Now what we're going to do is fill it in solid yellow wool on each side, including the top. So the left side, the right side and the top are all solid yellow wool, much like the rest of the statue. Again, just fill it in solid wool, so nothing too difficult. Remember, the head should be an 8x8, excluding the effects on the front, the 3D effects. And majority of it is solid yellow. I mean, the front, back and side, oh not the front, the back side, other side and the top are solid yellow, excluding the face, or the front of the face should I say, which has got eyes and the 3D effect in the mouth. But apart from that, it is a very simple head, nothing too difficult compared to something like Louis Caliber, which is a pain in the arse. So it should be looking like this so far. So that is the front of the head, the right side I believe, the back and the left side. Now the one last thing we need to add before I conclude this tutorial is the 2 ears each side. So what we're going to do is come in line with the top of this black, so we're on the left side first, count 2 blocks in, and on the 3rd block place a 2x2 square, like 2 long square like this. So it should be 3 from the black, 3 from the back and 2 from the black, and then underneath this we're going to place 2, so it's a 2x2 square like that. It should be centered in the middle of this and upwards 4, so on the 5th block like that, and I guess just by looking at it you should be able to tell it's 5 up and smack bang in the middle, so 2 from the top. And then on the other side it's the exact same, so right in the middle, 5th block, up to the side, down, make a 2x2, and that is it. So yeah, that's about it. I will go into no hand mode and whoops, don't want credits, and show you it one last time. So that is the front of the body. Again, it should be 24 blocks tall. The side, the back, the other side, then we move on to the head. So this is the front. It should be an 8x8x8, bear in mind, excluding this thing here and the ears. So that's the front. The right side, the back, which is solid yellow, as well as the other sides, and the final side. And then for the top, again, just solid yellow. So that's about it. If you enjoyed this, hopefully you, I guess, benefited from it and learnt how to build a Jake statue. So again, this was designed by Tawny, big shout out to him, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Even though this was quite a simple design, it still took quite a lot of time because I guess I'm not used to doing stuff this simple, and it's kind of hard to do tutorials for stuff this simple. I mean, I don't know whether I've explained it well enough, and I'm going to be relying on you guys commenting below on how you felt the video went. So hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did or found this at all useful, then please leave a like, subscribe if you haven't. As you can tell in the background, I do lots of other stuff like this, GTA characters like Vanos and his friends, future Call of Duty projects, etc. I'm not going to go more into detail about that. If you haven't already, check out the fin tutorial. It's nice here. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. I've been Tom. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.
Pull my heart out. of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart.